Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on Elite Academy. So today we are going to continue our series of current affairs question which was asked by UPSC in the recent exam. And here we have our first question. The question is asking about recently the Supreme Court of India ordered the laying of underground high voltage power lines in Gujarat and Rajasthan to save the. So especially if you know a bit about your current affairs, or even if you don't know about current affairs, if you know about which species are mainly found in Gujarat and Rajasthan, then also you can mark the answer. The answer is Great Indian Bustard. Okay, so especially such questions, if you know, then only you should attempt. But yes, even if you don't know, then you can make a, like, you can take your guess, you know, where the Great Indian Hornbill will be found, and the spot-billed pelican, Sarus crane. So even though it is confusing, but yeah, you can go ahead with your gut feeling that Great Indian Bustard is no doubt is the answer. So this was in news recently when they are mentioning. So yes, definitely it was there in April 2022, but this is was in news last year in 2021. So first we will have a look of this year's news. So as you can say, Supreme Court seeks update on power cables at Great Indian Bustard's habitat, and this was the news from April 2022. So Great Indian Bustard, GIB, it is also known as Godavan, and it is under threat due to this zigzag web of high tension power lines which is scattered throughout the sacred groves of Jaisalmer. So yes, if we see the habitats of the Great Indian Bustard, so they are mainly located in the Jaisalmer district of Rajasthan, and we have especially this desert national park where they are found, and we have a sacred grove, Degrai Oran. So Degrai Oran is the sacred grove where we can find the few of the last remaining habitats of GIB in the Degrai Oran and adjoining areas. So you can have a look at the image. Also, because of the wind farms and the solar parks which are coming up in the area, they have encroached upon the grasslands, and the high tension power lines, they are crisscrossing throughout several points in the regions, which is posing a threat of electrocution or to these big birds. Okay, that's why it was in news in last year. As you can see here, that this news is coming from April 24, 2021. Supreme Court ordered that the laying of high voltage power lines underground in Great Indian Bustard habitats in Gujarat and Rajasthan. So this question has been picked up from this news because it is of last year. This year, a 3-member high-level committee was formed to look into the feasibility of the work. In fact, it is also believed that this matter became so serious because according to 2018 GIB count, there were totally 150 GIBs found in the country, out of which 120 were there in Jaisalmer only, and rest of them were scattered in Gujarat, Maharashtra and Karnataka. Since then, it is believed that the population is further declining, and now it is less than 100 GIBs in the wild. Okay, and the birds' weight is somewhere around 14 to 15 kg each, and they can reach up to the height of up to 4 feet, and which makes them too heavy to change their course midway when they are wandering, that too very closer to the power lines. So that's why they get electrocuted and they will die. So that's why this was in news, and I hope that you are thorough with this. So definitely, what is the IUCN status? IUCN status is critically endangered. Now we'll see other options given in the question. Now we'll have a look at the second option of this question, that is about Great Indian Hornbill. So they look like this. So the Great Indian Hornbill, they are also known as the Great Pied Hornbill or the Great Hornbill, and especially it is one of the larger members of Hornbill family. If you see where they are spread out, or their habitat, so in Indian subcontinent and Southeast Asia, and especially this is, as you can see, a small line, a very thin line on the coast of Maharashtra, Karnataka and Kerala. So this is a bird, this is a state bird of Kerala, and also it is a state bird of Arunachal Pradesh in India. Okay, and the size and color is very impressive, and because of it is very important for tribal cultures and ritual, and it is long lived, living for nearly 50 years in captivity, and as I told you that it is a state bird of Kerala and Arunachal Pradesh. This is also considered sacred among tribal culture in Nagaland. Okay, and that's why to commemorate this, the importance, the Hornbill festival is celebrated every year from December 1 to December 10, and first time it started in 2000. However, due to poaching, because of this problem is happening, and the Great Indian Hornbill has been listed by IUCN under vulnerable category in the red list of threatened species, and its status was uplisted from near threatened to vulnerable in 2018 itself. So this is important. And also another important information related to them are that they are also known as engineers of the forest, because they play a very crucial role in dispersing the seeds of the tropical forest, thus preserving its ecological balance. So this is important. Okay. Now we'll see the third option. The third option is dealing with spot-billed pelicans. So this spot-billed pelicans, they were in news in January, somewhere around January and February, especially with respect to Andhra Pradesh. So here it is. Spot-billed pelicans dying en masse in Naupada swamp. So as you can see, this is the news from January 27, 2022, and it was in news because they were getting affected by nematode infestation, and because of this nematode infestation, it triggered mortality, and lot of birds, they were dying. So the image which was there in Hindu at that point of time was something like this. They were dying. So this is spot-billed pelicans. Okay, and what is nematode infestation? So it has led to mass mortality of spot-billed pelicans, and that too in one of the important bird area in Naupada swamp of Srikakulam district of Andhra Pradesh. So Naupada swamp is there in Srikakulam district of Andhra Pradesh. And this nematode infestation, basically it has been found by the scientists that it would not spread from one species to another species as per the studies which was conducted by the experts. But how it has reached to these birds, the way of infestation is being believed that it transfers from fish, snails, invertebrates. This is very complex. It is purely related to water and aquaponds, and these spot-billed pelicans is capable of hunting huge fish from water bodies and swamps, and thus it is vulnerable to this infestation. And thus thousands of especially when we are talking about this spot-billed pelicans, they are migratory birds. Okay, and there are a few hundred painted storks as well. Along with the spot-billed pelicans, they migrate from Siberian region to breed in this area of Andhra Pradesh, and majority of prefer to stay here instead of going back home. So that is also what is happening and what has been observed. So this is important information related to the C option. This was in news, that's why we are covering it. Next is Sarus crane. So this is very famous and you would be knowing about it. So it is non-migratory crane. It is found in Indian subcontinent, Southeast Asia and Australia. The tallest of flying birds, they are one of them, and standing up to height of 5 feet 11 inch. So you can imagine. And they are found in the wetlands of South Asia. The IUCN status is vulnerable. Yes, so IUCN status is vulnerable. And yes, I forgot to tell you the IUCN status of spot-billed pelican. The third option which was there in news in with respect to their mass dying in Andhra Pradesh, their IUCN status is near threatened. So they are not in any red, the category where we should remember them. Okay, and the Sarus crane is also a state bird of Uttar Pradesh. So this is all about the birds, this is all about their IUCN status and why they were in news and all related information. Let's have a look at the second question. So here we have our second question for the day from current affairs. Consider the following statements with respect to Polavaram project often mentioned in news. The first option is that it is being constructed on river Godavari. So by now, many times you would have come across this information, so the option is correct. The second option is asking about it is meant to supply irrigation water to parts of Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and Chhattisgarh. So here one option is not fitting well, one state is not fitting well. Andhra Pradesh, fine, good. Chhattisgarh, fine, good. But in place of Telangana, it should be Odisha. So here we have the details of Polavaram project. Here we have the location. The Polavaram is a place where it is located in Andhra Pradesh. As you can see, it is near Kakinada and northeast of Vijayawada. So it is located on Godavari river, and you can see how Chhattisgarh and Odisha, how nearly they are located from this place. Okay, that's why it is believed that it will help the backwaters spread into the parts of Chhattisgarh and Odisha state. It is going to help, and it is also giving a lot of boost to tourism sector. And this Polavaram project especially, it is under construction, and it is a multi-purpose irrigation project on river Godavari in western Godavari district and east Godavari district of Andhra Pradesh. Okay, so yes, and Polavaram hydroelectric project is also being based on this, because reservoirs and dams are being created. So National Waterway 4 is also under construction on the left side of this river. Okay, and when it was in news, it got the status, it was accorded the status of project of national importance. So that's why it became further more important. Okay, so this is all, these are the all details about Polavaram project. Here we will have another image. So this image is showing that Godavari river is there and Krishna river is there. So it is believed that once the Polavaram project is live running, then it will help the Polavaram right canal through there. Through that, the water can be diverted from Godavari river to Krishna river. So Krishna is being considered as the deficit zone and Godavari is being considered as surplus zone, because the main tributaries of Godavari river like Manjira, Pranhita, Indravati, Sabri, and further Pranhita is on the confluence of is being formed after the confluence of Varda, Penganga, Vainganga. So why I am repeating these names, because at the same time you try to go through the atlas and see whether you are able to recall the tributaries or not. Now it is being believed that once Polavaram project is live running, then Krishna basin will be able to get water from the water can be diverted from Godavari, and it will be utilized for irrigation and drinking purposes in the Krishna Delta region. And this will be one of the type of interlinking of river project, that is National River Linking Project, which is there since many time, and it is believed that it will help that interlinking project. So this is about the second question of the day. Hope it was a quick revision, and whenever you are preparing for such projects, you prepare the location, river, tributaries, where it is located, where the impact area. Okay, now let's have a look at the last question. This is the last question for the day. What is PM Gati Shakti often seen in news? So pretty direct question, and by now I am very sure that you all can mark this answer. It is an integrated digital platform for infrastructural development. Okay, Gati means thoda teji lana, speed. So Gati Shakti, Pragati ki Gati, Bharat ki Shakti. So Prime Minister Modi ji launched this PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan for Multimodal Connectivity. So it is a national master plan for multimodal connectivity. See how they are trying to confuse us. Have a look at the option D. It is saying a master plan to develop country's defense capability. So they have picked few words, master plan. So if somebody has not read in detail and they are just confused, okay, master plan word has been used, then the tendency is that we might yield to this trap, and it is definitely a trap. A master plan to develop country's defense capability? No, it is a master plan for multimodal connectivity. So remember this, okay? And it is being believed that it is essentially, as written here in the image, it is essentially a digital platform to bring 16 ministries. It is believed that it will lead to good coordination, cooperation, right? Including railways, roadways together for integrated planning, coordination, implementation of infrastructure connectivity project. Definitely, it is a very good objective. Let's see how it will be implemented. So it will facilitate the last mile connectivity of infrastructure, also reduce the travel time for the people. So vision is good. Now we have to see how it will be implemented. Related to other options, there is as such no plan. Like for defense capabilities, we have many projects going on like Atmanirbhar Bharat. Okay, so holistic welfare program meant for migrant laborers. So there are many schemes. A poverty elevation program for government, there are many schemes going on. So there is not like a specific program for them. Okay, so this is all for today. Hope it was a quick revision. I know the questions were simple, but the questions like this, which looks very simple, but in exam time conditions, if we are not reading it properly, then the tendency is that we might commit mistakes as well. So revise very well and be thorough with your revision and see how they are trying to trap you. So avoid that. Okay guys, take care. We'll meet in the next video tomorrow. See you. Bye bye.